Out in the vast waters of the Pacific, tension is rising once again between two of the world's most powerful militaries. Reports begin circulating that a Chinese submarine may have been tracking a United States aircraft carrier strike group during a high-stakes naval operation. What starts as a shadowing maneuver quickly turns into an international story filled with questions, warnings, and growing military pressure. And according to defense analysts, this may have been a very dangerous game to play. Aircraft carriers are not just warships, they are floating military fortresses surrounded by layers of advanced protection. Destroyers, cruisers, surveillance aircraft, satellites, and attack submarines all work together to defend a carrier strike group at all times. Every movement in the ocean is constantly monitored. Every signal is analyzed. Every unknown contact becomes a potential threat. So when a foreign submarine reportedly gets close enough to shadow a U.S. carrier, military officials immediately take notice. Because under the ocean there are no warning lights and no second chances. Submarine warfare remains one of the most secretive and dangerous forms of military operations on Earth. Unlike fighter jets or surface ships, submarines can stay hidden for days or even weeks. Silent, invisible, waiting beneath the waves while tracking targets from miles away. And that is exactly why these encounters are taken so seriously. According to military experts, Chinese naval forces have dramatically expanded their submarine capabilities over the last decade. Newer vessels are quieter, faster, and equipped with advanced torpedoes and anti-ship missile systems designed specifically to challenge American naval dominance in the Pacific region. At the same time, the United States Navy still operates the most experienced carrier groups in the world. American forces train constantly for submarine threats using sonar networks, patrol aircraft, underwater sensors, and nuclear-powered hunter-killer submarines designed to detect enemy movements long before they become dangerous. But the Pacific Ocean is massive. And even with the world's most advanced technology, tracking submarines remains incredibly difficult. That is why any close encounter immediately raises alarms behind closed doors. Some analysts believe China's strategy is about sending a message. By shadowing a U.S. carrier, Beijing may be attempting to demonstrate that American naval forces are no longer untouchable near contested waters. Others believe these operations are designed to gather intelligence, study carrier movement patterns, and test response times during real-world situations. Either way, the risks are enormous. One misunderstanding, one aggressive maneuver, one sonar miscalculation in the dark underwater environment could trigger a crisis neither side wants. And history has shown just how quickly naval standoffs can spiral out of control. Throughout the Cold War, American and Soviet submarines played dangerous cat-and-mouse games beneath the oceans for decades. Some collisions actually occurred underwater because crews were operating so closely in total silence. In many cases, the public never learned how close the world came to disaster. Now a new generation of superpowers is entering that same underwater chess match. The South China Sea and broader Pacific region have become some of the most strategically important waters on the planet. Massive shipping routes, energy supplies, and military positions all intersect in this region. Whoever controls these waters holds enormous economic and strategic influence. That is why both sides continue increasing their naval presence. For China, expanding submarine operations is part of a larger effort to project power farther from its coastline. For the United States, maintaining carrier dominance remains central to protecting allies and ensuring freedom of navigation across international waters. And as both militaries grow more advanced, the encounters are becoming more frequent. Military experts warn that future confrontations may not always stay controlled. Technology can reduce risk, but it can also create overconfidence. In fast-moving military situations, commanders often have only seconds to make decisions that could affect millions of lives. Meanwhile, the political pressure continues building. Every naval encounter becomes international news. Every maneuver is analyzed by intelligence agencies around the world. Governments watch carefully for signs of weakness, escalation, or strategic advantage. And the message behind these submarine operations matters just as much as the operation itself. Was this simply surveillance, a warning, a test, or something much bigger? For now, officials remain careful with public statements, but one thing is clear. The Pacific is becoming increasingly crowded with advanced military forces operating closer together than ever before. And beneath the surface of the ocean, where silence hides danger, even a single mistake can change everything. Because when a Chinese submarine shadows a U.S. carrier strike group, the stakes are never small, they are global. They are